This is a status update. We're going over the software and we're looking at where we can make improvements to the choices of the sound bites. We're also looking into the sensors that we use to create the chuff trigger. In here, you'll see the light on the right side passing a little shiny spot. And when the light passes, that's a light receiver. And when the light hits it, it creates a sense, a pulse, a trigger. That feeds into the microcomputer. And when it sees that light, it fires a chuff sound. Now the chuff sound at low speed, is really good. I've got 4 holes in that gear right now, so that's 4 per rev. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops, I show you. Sorry about that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I got 4 revs. Now the challenge with our little engines are they speed up in a hurry. And the sound and the chuff system isn't quite tuned for that yet, okay? We have all the parameters, we can reach them. But as I go faster, we also get the buzz back. And that's running off my computer power supply. But if I go faster, the engine runs, right? It runs faster. And the light is flashing faster. But the computer can't deal with the sensor, and it all just kind of turns into a scream and then fades away to nothing. And when you slow down, it comes back. So we're working on how to change the sound as we increase speed, and we found some code a fellow wrote that is pretty eloquent, I would say that. It's not that complex, it's just that it's a little busy and there's a lot going on. It's not just the count. You have to know what the count was to know if you're increasing or decreasing. And that adds a little complexity to it, if you will, but nothing we can't figure out. We're high school graduates. I just designed this, printed it, and put it in, and drilled holes and stuffed in the LED and stuffed in a sensor, and just did all that like this afternoon. And there's the old gear, and there's the other frame. It's pretty remarkable that we can work so fast, and that's the 3D printing part of it. Plus, to get the software online and working with Andy is amazing. But I would also want to show, if we stop this thing, and I go to, say, the horn, well, that's not the horn, but you know what I mean. And the bells, backup bells, sounds good, yeah? And the same with the chuff. If you make a chuff pulse, don't do it like that, but you gotta wait till the other one stops right now. There, chuff. We can change that sound, give it a sharper, more distinct chuff so that it can last longer at the speed, and then when it gets too much, we can just switch it to a different sound, something that's more like a roar, just a constant roar that pulses or something like that. It'll be a little more realistic anyway. If you remember watching the opening of Superman, faster than a speeding bullet and more powerful than a speeding locomotive, that locomotive was running pretty darn fast, and it was chuffing, but it was chuffing like a roar. I'm older maybe than some of you, but in any case, it's painfully slow making the progress right now, but we're able to react to things. We print the part, we throw it in, we test it, and we make a decision, and then we move on to either work it or go back or do something else. We figure it out, and we're really on it, and we work every day, and it's hard to update every day because sometimes I'm just thinking, I'm just reading software and trying to make sense out of it, and sometimes that's hard to relate to as a video thing. But in any case, making progress. Oh, the other thing I had to show, another comment from you guys, if you would. Now I want you to notice the height difference of the pivot truck, as we call it, the pivot frame. That's the pivot frame. This frame is up higher in the side frame, and that puts the chassis up higher. This one is a little lower, and of course that puts the chassis down low. This is more near the original position. This is more not. Does that make sense? So I'm wondering how, I don't know, I seem to like this one. One of the challenges though, here we got look at that articulation, right? Lots of it. Here, it's it has some articulation, but it's not much. I could increase it. I'm also thinking to go to scale wheels, which have a smaller outer rim, and that would give us more clearance and be able to have more articulation as well. So I've ordered those wheels, by the way. So I'm going to be building a few of these and testing them and see how they work. And I do have a metal low thing where I got 4 or 5 of these metal heavyweight flat cars, and the guy took the wheels off and used them. So I'm going to print a bunch of these up, put them on there. If I electrify them, I'm going to try to think of something I can put on there. I was thinking of painting them green and putting ornaments on there and try to trigger them as they go around. Oz for Oz, my wife's Oz train. I think it should have something on it to do something, you know. All right, well, I'm getting more feedback from Andy. I better answer him because he's on South African time, which is God knows what right now. I'm guessing it's probably midnight or close to it, so I don't want to mess him up. All right, gang. So, okay, the 6-wheel trucks are on the way, and I've also got the all-wheel pickup for the 6-wheel. I even got an idea for pickup on the inner wheel, the furthest wheel away from the center. I can do my spring here, and then I'm going to tie them together with a short piece of wire at the eyelet. So the eyelet touches the axles, and then the axles touches the spring. Power will go up. All 6 wheels will feed power. That'll be cool. Okay, gang, I'm going to shut this off and think it over, and you guys take care, and we'll check in later. Bye for now.